Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are. Remember, you have greatness inside of you. Welcome back to another ABS Daily News with your hockey coach, Coach Frenchy. Today, episode number 192. What do you have on the menu, coach, today? First of all, I'm going to talk about the Caufield negotiation contract underway. Teddy Purcell, new scout with the Montreal Canadiens, and finally, at the end, my power ranking prospect. But before we start, we invite you, don't forget, please, to click on the like, subscribe to the Hockey Nation Live Show, and please leave me a comment about this episode. And let's dive in talking about our first subject of the day. My first subject of the day, guys, about Caufield negotiation contract is underway. We heard a couple of rumors from different experts around the NHL, like reporter said possibly right now they have some kind of negotiation between Montreal and the agent of Caufield. But the big question is about how much it will be the contract. So I tried to show to you guys what I believe it could be at the end when Montreal going to sign Caufield, what it will be the number of his contract. First of all, guys, I will say to you, Pat Brisson, one of the best agents in NHL, represent Caufield, the same like Jason Robinson and Jack Hughes. When you talk about coach, first of all, Caufield, guys, the last 59 game until the last game against the San Jose Sharks, he scored 34 goals. Caufield is right now on the pace to score between 46 to 47 goals this season if he consistently performing like he did since the beginning of the season. Then he is right now in NHL, scored 27 goals even strength, 5 versus 5. He is the number 3rd in NHL since February 9. It's just 1 goal over Connor McDavid, by the way. Then, if you compare with Jacob Robinson guy scored 42 goals in the last 62 games. He is first in NHL. Just the way he produced Robinson is unbelievable. But why are we talking about him? Because he signed a contract and represented by Pat Brisson, a 4-year contract at $31 million. Total is about $7.75 million. But one thing nobody talk is last year of his contract is a 9.3 care coach because he become a RFA after that still. And now when he's going to renegotiate his contract at that age, he will start at 9.3 and not at 7.75. So it's really important you know this. Secondly, and Dallas is a state with no tax, by the way. Then I want to talk about Jack Hughes, again represented by Pat Brisson. He signed an 8-year contract, $8 million AAV for $64 million overall. He has right now in the last 70 game in NHL, 78 points. So it's possible we can compare Caufield with them, but I'm not done yet. A couple of days ago, guys, Ends for the Dallas Stars signed a contract at $8.45 million. Couple of months ago, during the summer, Jordan Kyrou signed a contract at $8.1 million. Robert Thomas, St. Louis Blues, signed a contract at $8.1 million. And finally, Tim Souza signed a contract at $8.3 million. All of them are at $8 million. So my point I wanted to bring to you guys is going to be really interesting how the negotiation between the Montreal Canadiens. I'm really curious what it will be the number for Caufield. First of all, guys, we need to talk about this. He played 22 games since the beginning of the season. He have 12 goals, 9 assists, 21 points. Is -3 right now with the Montreal Canadiens. He was drafted in 2019 in Vancouver, 15 overall pick. Of course, he was born in USA. He's 5'9", 165 pounds, and he shot on the right. I want to share it with you his stat, but the most important thing for me is like how much he can get, coach, for what you just showed to us. But I really believe it's going to be around $8 million to 8.5. Nick Suzuki signed a contract with Montreal Canadiens last season at 8 years at $7.785 million. I still believe now Caufield is going to be a little bit higher as Suzuki and play around the Jack Hughes, Robinson, if it's a 4-year contract, or it's a Jordan Kyrou. And I predict, guys, he's going to sign a contract at 8 years at $8.5 million or a 4-year contract at $33 million, and expect the last year of his contract is going to be about $8.5 million, so it may be $9 million with the Montreal Canadiens if he go on that road of 4 years and not $8 million. So it'll be really interesting. Don't be surprised. This month in December, we have this news from the Montreal Canadiens they signed Cole Caufield. That's conclude, guys, my first subject of the day. My next subject of the day, guys, is about the Montreal Canadiens hire and add Teddy Purcell as a scout professional with the Montreal Canadiens. First of all, the connection. He was represented by Ken Hughes. He was undrafted and he played with the NCAA Maine University. He started his career with the Los Angeles Kings. Then he went with the Tampa Bay Lightning. And that's the next connection is play with Martin Saint-Louis and Vincent Cavalier on power play. Remember, he's really a smart hockey player. He's really talented. He's a really good power forward players, and he make a really a difference when he play in NHL, most with the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Los Angeles Kings. Why him? Because he bring another dimension for the scout department. Couple of months ago, they hired Neil Little. Then they hired Clark. We know, talk about him. He's really good on the scouting amateurs. They want to have different scout inside of this organization, bring some kind of dimension for the team. That's the reason why Teddy Purcell was hired with the Montreal Canadiens. He's going to cover the Western USA pro team, Los Angeles, Seattle, Vancouver, possibility, all the way on the West Coast, of course, of the USA. Then the ex-general manager of Los Angeles Kings talked about Teddy Purcell. He said, look, he knows the game, but he's really smart. He's really knowledgeable about the game. He said, if I was GM, I would hire Teddy Purcell, what organization? Because he's really smart. And I think that's the reason why the Montreal would want him around the Montreal Canadiens. But connect the dots. When I said connect the dots, that's he has some kind of connection with Martin Saint-Louis, Vincent Cavalier, Ken Hughes. Then he's from Newfoundland, where another scout, Billy Ryan, works now with the Montreal Canadiens, so you can see they knows who he is. And that's what I like for the Montreal Canadiens. Before they hire anybody, they do their homework. They want to know who they are, and they want to bring some different people, not on the same level, but different level. And that's what Montreal is great. Another connection, when he was with the Kings as a player, Bob Rob, he was the player development scouting over there. So you can see that connection between everybody who works with the Montreal Canadiens. He's going to bring another dimension as a scout, and he's not shy to give his ideas for what he believes or what he represents or talk about one different player. So it will be interesting how this is going to turn around, but I just want to share with you another subject of the day. And that's what we do here, guys. We want to bring different things on the table. Maybe you don't hear on the newspaper, or maybe you do not know what's going on around the Montreal Canadiens. Not only talking about the players, but other things going on behind the scenes with the Montreal Canadiens. But if you like it, please leave me a comment. Tell me what you think about Teddy Purcell. And of course, I would like to hear from you every time we create a video for you guys every single day. This concludes, guys, my second subject. Let's move on, guys, for my third subject of the day. My final subject of the day, guys, is about the HABS prospect power ranking. We know every Monday we do a report weekly of the prospect Montreal. Now the Thursday we do a power ranking. My first one, guy, is Lane Hudson, 62 overall pick by the Montreal Canadiens 2022. Play in NCAA with Boston right now. Look, he played already 12 games. He had 4 goals, 8 assists, 12 points. Last week, he played only 1 game with 2 goals. He already have 3 goal winning games so far since the beginning of the season. Do very well, guys. We're going to be very impressed by Lane Hudson. Hopefully, he's going to be with the Montreal in the next 2-3 years. One is going to complete his career in NCAA. Number 2, guys, is Owen Beck. Again, another NHL draft 2022, 33rd overall by the Montreal Canadiens. Play in the OHL with Mississauga Steelhead. Listen, last week, again, 3 games, 1 goal, 4 assists, 5 points in the beginning of the season, guys. 20 games, he has 15 goals, 14 assists for a total of 29 points. My next player I want to talk about, guys, is Sean Farrell, 124 overall pick in 2020, play in NCAA with Harvard University. Listen, I put him from 5 to 3 this week. Why? Because in 2 games, he has 0 goals, but he had 3 assists. But since the beginning of the season, guys, he had 9 games, 4 goals, 9 assists, 13 points. The guy is amazingly great, talented, skilled, with great hands as an offensive player. It would be interesting. The only thing you can say about him, guys, he's only 5-8. For my next player, guys, I'm going to move out myself is the number 4 is Riley Kidney, 63 overall pick 2021, and the QM right now play. It was my number 3 last week. Now he dropped at 4. Last week, 3 game, 1 goal, 3 assists for 4 points. Since the beginning season, guy, 21 game. He scored 13 goals, 26 assists, 39 point. Is at the top 5 with the most point in QM. Another great week for Riley Kidney. I'm pretty sure he's going to make the World Junior Championship represent Team Canada. Finally, number 5 is Joshua Roy, another QM players with the Sherbrooke Phoenix. He was my number 4 ranking last week. He dropped for 1 position. 150 overall pick 2021 with the Montreal Canadiens. Last week, 3 game, 3 goal since the beginning of the season, and 22 game with the Sherbrooke, 15 goal, 20 assists, 35 points, and he have an amazing, great year so far. Both of them, Kidney and Roy, did over 100 points last year in the QM. They are right now on the pace to do it again. We know Roy played with the Team Canada World Junior Championship last August. I predict he's going to be with the Team Canada, of course, for the upcoming one in 2023. And that's conclude, guys, my ad prospect power ranking. Here we go. This conclude my another ad daily news. Hopefully you enjoy it. But before we leave, we want to remind you, yes, Montreal play tonight again, the Calgary Flame. We're going to do the play-by-play. Yes, I did not talk about the preview game. Why? Because it's too early in the morning. And secondly, the game is late. So the update is going to be a little bit too far for me to give you all the information. And I want to focus more on the contents of what we bring to you today. Hopefully you enjoy it. And then don't forget to click on the like, subscribe to Hockey Nation Show, and leave me a comments about this episode. And I want to remind you, you have greatness inside of you. Have an amazing, great day, everybody.